You have to have rhythm in your own vest, though, apparently.
Vests aren't compulsory, rhythm is a big help.
So, guys, if you could show me how it's done, have to warn you that pretty much the only thing that's coordinated about me is my underwear. But I'm game.
Boom, boom, up, down, boom, boom, dun, dun. Now just look at the camera. Okay, there's the coordination coming in.
Let's get the weather forecast now. Sam's at Thruxton tonight, and Sam, you look like you mean business with that spanner.
I absolutely do. Who doesn't love a vintage banger, right? And here at Thruxton, we're spoilt for choice. There are some fabulous old cars all preparing for the racing tomorrow. I've got a particularly soft spot for this Capri. It takes me back to the 1980s. My dad had a pink one, used to try and pass it off as a Ferrari. This, of course, is worth a lot more than his car was, but it doesn't approach the value of these beautiful Jaguars. This one will probably set you back about £5 million, probably the value of a penthouse suite in Chelsea. The question on everybody's lips tonight, though, are we in pole position for some good weather this weekend, or is there a spanner in the works?
Learning to read is one of life's first challenges, and some learn faster than others. Doing things the traditional way, it can take months for teachers to identify children who need extra support and provide the right kind of help.
Mum and Dad think it is too loud when Ethan plays the drums.
Fremantle CFE Community Academy is pioneering technology which can track the eye movements of a child while they're reading and identify problems in just a few minutes.
How many schools have taken this kind of technology on? Because it's very new, isn't it?
It's very new in the UK. We're looking around 30 schools at the moment that we're working with, but there's a huge amount of interest, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more given the work we've done at Fremantle.
According to the National Literacy Trust, 148,000 children leave primary school each year unable to read. The latest developments in artificial intelligence may help change that.
It's quite hard when you start to read because you don't really get when it's changing to one character to another.
Do you like reading?
Yes, but I rather play football.
It comes as there are reports that increased testing in high-risk areas has led to shortages in other places, leading to some people with symptoms being asked to drive more than 100 miles for a swab. Baroness Dido Harding is interim executive chairwoman of the National Institute for Health Protection, and she joins me now on the line. Hello, Dido.
Hiya.
Now, I'll be speaking later in this show to a woman from Poole who booked a test and was offered the choice of a centre in Oldham or on the Isle of Wight. It suggested that the Isle of Wight was just 25 miles away. But of course, you're a Dorset girl. You know she'd have to swim the Solent to get there. We may be doing the testing, but perhaps we're not doing it in the right places.
Well, you'll find the vast majority of people are able to book a test near to where they live and get the results the next day. And I'm very sorry for people who are being offered tests clearly a very, very long way away. That doesn't make sense.
Harry,
What?
open that.
Unbelievable.
Jump roly-poly!
The roly-poly
Yeah.
captured the imagination.
Yeah.
And I just wondered what you might make of my offering.
Don't look bad, does it?
Is it supposed to be that hard?
No,
I've never
not
made
really.
one
No, I
before.
would hate to get hit on the head with it. That would have hurt me more than that football that player kicked.
Harry Redknapp, thank you so much for being
Pleasure.
with us, and have a great tour.
Will do. No wonder you're in the bleeding reserves, eh? Look.
Looking back,
Is that a statement or a question?
I'm asking now, Bob, should Boris Johnson perhaps have promised less rather than raising expectations of a world-beating app which simply hasn't been deliverable?
I think it is always best in life, whoever one is in life, to under-promise and over-deliver.
Student nurses used to receive a bursary to fund tuition fees and help with their living costs. That was scrapped by the government in 2017. Since then, numbers applying to university nursing degrees have fallen year on year. But here on the Isle of Wight, it's a different story.
We had over 100 applications for 15 places and over 80 applicants for our nursing associate apprenticeships as well. So we've really seen that it's generated a lot of interest.
So, how are they doing it? Each year, the Trust pays 0.5% of its wage bill into the apprenticeship levy. That's then match funded by the government. Over the next 3 years, the Trust is investing almost £2.3 million in the scheme, which will train 45 registered nurses and 80 nursing associates.
Emma and Sue, have a great evening. Thank you for joining us here on BBC Radio Solent.
So nice to talk to you.
Thanks, loves. Bye.
Thanks, Sam. You're our first girl, and those are the best questions we've had so far.
Thank
By
you.
far.